Welcome back to Beyond the Classroom. Today we're going to talk about something that impacts every workplace, safety. Whether it's a warehouse, whether it's an office, your desk, safety impacts us all, especially when something goes wrong. Today we're back with Christie Goertel again, and she's going to talk to us about safety training programs here at LCCC.
Yes.
So, what types of safety training do we offer?
Gosh, we can offer a myriad of OSHA training, so OSHA 10, OSHA 30, those types of things. We can also do specialized customized training in OSHA depending upon what your workplace needs are. So that would be something just to reach out to us. Um, we offer CPR first aid, AHA, American Health Association, CPR first aid. We also provide 3M competent person climb safety training. I do also ASSC backflow training. We are launching in the spring of 26 new confined space training. Safety, oh gosh, we've done underground line detection training. We did just do a variety of things to ensure the safety of a workplace. So if the things I listed doesn't exactly fall under your umbrella, but you know you need something, definitely reach out because oftentimes we are able to put something together and provide that for you.
So, when you very quickly went past CPR training, you did not say Red Cross. How come?
Because AHA is actually the gold standard. If you are going into the medical industry, they will not accept Red Cross training.
Interesting.
So yes, so we do AHA because that is the industry like gold standard, and that's why we don't do Red Cross.
See, and most of us hear Red Cross and we think that would be top of the
Mhm.
heap. All right. So, who are these trainings designed for? Are they, you mentioned customized for industries in particular, but let's say I'm just Joe Blow off the
Yep.
street. Is this something I should be looking at?
So, the answer is yes and no. It depends. If you are looking to go to work really in any industry, OSHA 10 general industry is a good training that really most people probably should have. Um, if you are a supervisor on a work site, like a construction site or something, OSHA 30 might be more appropriate for you. That would be something that maybe you would take farther in your career. However, if you're gonna do OSHA 30, most of the time your employer will pay for that if that's appropriate for your job. So OSHA 10 would be CPR first aid is another one I think everybody should have. We have 2 types of CPR first aid training. One is basic life support, and that is for medical industry specifically. So if you're an MA, a nurse, an EMT, a doctor, they all every 2 years have to recertified in their basic life support. But for those of us who are not in the medical industry, just the normal person on the corner, just regular CPR first aid training is enough for us. We provide it for everything for this school district takes it, summer camps. I provided for my teaching personnel that teach in very specific areas, places where people could get hurt or injured and be able to render them aid and know what they're doing. So those types of classes, gosh, if you need backflow training, you at minimum have to be a journeyman level plumber with 5 years in the plumbing industry. So there's some that are very specific um, to credentials and what you need. A 3M competent person climb safety generally is a training for individuals who are needing to climb or be at high heights for their job. So I don't know that everybody needs that one, but if you happen to be an HVAC technician or a plumber or a roofer or somebody working from suspended, like frankly, cleaning windows on a fourth-story building, you probably should have that certification.
Falling from that height is probably not something on most of our lists.
Yep, right, and now how to put your harnesses on correctly and all of those pieces, that's kind of a big deal.
If if you gentlemen have ever had a fall harness and fallen and it was on wrong, give me a comment on that one because you know it
Yeah,
hurts. Yeah, learning to put those on
yeah,
properly is
yeah,
important.
yeah, and so we offer training for that as well.
So, possibly just a well, duh kind of question, but why is OSHA training such demand?
Well, I mean, I think it varies. Part of it is insurance. Insurance is the ever ever-present thing for all of us, right? Your employer might get a break on his or her company's insurance if they can show that their all employees all have had OSHA 10 certification. The other is if you are a company that bids for government jobs, oftentimes you are required to have OSHA 10 for all of your employees. So it just that I think that's why it's in high demand is because it's just become more of an industry standard for people to have it. Oftentimes, the high schools are provided in their CTE education, but as an employer, you might want them to have a refresher. If they did it 15 years ago, it might be beneficial for them to do it again, just to have more current information that they're working from.
You've mentioned we do customized training. What kind of customization do we do?
It can be anything from a certain credential or certifying body that you might need to have a specific certificate from, and you might just need to locate an instructor that's possibly certified to teach that particular curriculum if it's something very specific for your industry. Um, or it can be a collection of trainings that we provide already and saying, okay, I need my people to have CPR first aid and OSHA 10 and all of these other ones. What can we put together? And maybe that ends up being a really long training day, or maybe that ends up being once a month, you have a 3-hour segment where we come in and provide a very specific training that's needed for your employees.
Okay. So, talked a little bit about time here, and every one of these, I assume, has a different duration attached to it.
It does.
OSHA 10, how long does it take?
10 hours,
10 hours.
which is why it's OSHA 10.
So, what a silly thing to put the time in the name.
And OSHA 30 is 30 hours long.
So, are they here for 10 straight hours?
So OSHA actually has regulations on that. So it cannot be. I know, right? So it can't actually be like a long 10-hour day. Like they have to have it broken out.
Not safe to be here 10 hours in a row?
Well, I think that's something to do with like when you're learning how much your brain can really take in. And we do them in person and we want them to be engaging. I know you can do OSHA 10 online. If anybody has done OSHA 10 online, you might find it's not as engaging as you would hope from your employee. It might be more of a box checking exercise, which is not what the goal is for it.
Little bit of a robotic speaker.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, it can be dry if it based on the delivery. Usually they're about 2 5-hour days with breaks in there. So
Okay. And so at the end of each of these, well, actually, before I move on, how about backflow? How long does that take?
so an initial certification is actually a 40-hour training.
40-hour training and fall protection, or rather climbs.
That is 16 hours. So when we break that up, usually that's going over about 5
Yeah, because I
weeks.
can only fall so many times in one day and keep going.
Yeah. So it's about 5 weeks in length. We usually do them in about 3-hour chunks.
Okay.
In the evening is usually how we work that. So there's a potential of doing that differently depending upon what that industry person needs. But obviously, you're not going to do that in a 1-day training with it being as many hours. Usually, we do it in like 3 hours and 15 minutes a week.
And each one of these comes with their own certification,
Correct.
right?
Yep.
Because they're all nationally recognized.
Yes.
Okay.
So they take a test, usually some sort of a multiple choice test at the end to get that certification. So the OSHA 10 card comes through the training provider. So yeah, you get your card.
How frequently are we offering these trainings?
So OSHA 10, we offer once a semester. So we usually offer once a semester open enrollment for that. And then it's $150 to come through that whole training. Over 2 days, a 3M competent person training. We do not offer as an open enrollment. So I don't have a price quote for that because it would be a customized training for your company. And so if you wanted that, then you would just reach out to us and we could get you a quote on how much that would be depending upon how many students you have.
Okay. Um, so we've talked about price, we've talked about duration of classes, the variety. Are they published in the Outreach and Workforce Development catalog?
Most of them are. The ones that are open enrollment that anybody can register in are published in that catalog. If there's anything that you need and you do not see it, then you should reach out to the number in the catalog and we will go ahead and reach out to you and put together a customized training sheet for you.
And the instructors for these courses, I'm assuming, are certified instructors.
Yep,
Mhm.
they're industry certified in whatever their particular area of expertise is.
So there you go. They're in the catalog. Again, another reason to flip through that mailer that you get 3 times a year. Look through there, find out what you can find. For companies who are looking to do things like OSHA 30 or the other trainings that are not open enrollment, they should just
call.
reach out directly to you and your team.
So they should call Darlene Kalin at 778-4381. That's 778-4381. And she will collect information from you, and we will start that process and get you more information.
And I'm assuming Darlene is the person to reach out to, whether it is a standard training or you want to do some sort of customization.
Yes.
Okay. And Darlene's also the one who can take the money from you.
Yeah.
Because
sure
the
can.
world goes around on money.
Yes.
So, all right. Is there a way to create? I'm not even sure where I'm going with this one. So it's along the lines of customization, but let's say I just have some particular need and it's not industry specialized. Is there a way to do something there to just create a brand new course?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. We actually offer a variety of CEU type courses for people in a variety of trades or industries. And so, if there is anything that you're missing that you need, just reach out and there is a potential that we can do. I know right now I'm working on standing up a limited low voltage license study class, basically with the gear towards a veteran journeyman level or more HVAC or plumbers that deal with electrical. And they need to get that low voltage license within our municipality, putting them into a continuing ed class to help them prep for that exam. So I'm putting that together. I have a controls class I'm putting together, systems controls. So oftentimes I probably have a curriculum and possibly a teacher. It depends on what it is you're looking to do. So
There you go. Yeah, because the low voltage is something new for the Cheyenne area, isn't it? New as far
they're
as
just enforcing it.
well, fair enough. It's not a law if you don't enforce it. So, all right. Anything else you would like folks to know about safety trainings?
Um, I guess I would just say I recognize all businesses, the bottom line is always at the target of what we're looking at, but safety is not the place to save.
Fair enough. All right. Well, remember, safety is foundational. There are no accidents because everything, if you've trained properly, should be accounted for in advance. So, on that note, thank you for joining us on this brief but very informative episode of Beyond the Classroom. And until next time, make sure that you're planning for the eventualities and be safe out there.
I want tomorrow. I want tomorrow. I want tomorrow. I want tomorrow today.